This video is brought to you by Soundcore. I've had the pleasure of testing and reviewing quite a few Soundcore products, but this is the first time that I'm showcasing earphones. So let's get right into it. These are the new Liberty 4 Pro earphones. They improve upon the previous generation Liberty 4 NC. Let's start with the charging case. It matches the color of the earbuds and features a USB-C port in the back with a charging indicator light. It also features wireless charging, so you can just throw it onto a charging pad. The case also features fast charging. 5 minutes of charging will get you 4 hours of playback time, which I think is just ridiculous. The top of the case is this cool mirrored metallic color, with a small cutout to see the screen inside. The top of the case slides up to reveal the earphones, and you're greeted by that screen, showing you your current charge levels as well as noise canceling settings. There's a touch bar on the front of the case to adjust your noise canceling settings straight out of the box, but you can also add even more functionality to this case by diving into the app settings and choosing to add spatial audio, atmospheric pressure, find device, and remote camera. My personal favorite is the remote camera because being able to have the charging case as a camera remote is such a cool feature. And honestly, I found that it connects more reliably than even my Apple Watch. The charging cutout for the earbuds is magnetic, which means you just need to place the earbuds in the vicinity of where they're supposed to go and the magnets will align it for you, so peace of mind there. The earbuds themselves are a familiar form factor with those short stems, and the stems match that mirrored top of the charging case. The pairing process is super easy. I had no issues whatsoever pairing it to my iPhone, but if you're an Android user, you have Google pairing, so it's even easier to pair these the first time out of the box. Like so many other Soundcore products, this one also features high-res audio through the LDAC codec. So if you have a compatible device, rest assured knowing that you're going to be getting the highest quality audio streaming. If you're an iPhone user like me, these earphones also support the AAC and SBC codecs. These earphones do feature multi-point connections, so you can connect up to 2 devices at the same time. Just know that if you have an LDAC compatible device, when you connect to 2 devices at once, you can no longer stream in that LDAC quality, you're bumped down to AAC. If you're an iPhone user like me, that point is kind of irrelevant because you're already streaming in AAC. Let's talk about tips and fit. The earphones come default with the medium-sized ear tips, but you can change these to whatever size you want, and I was actually very pleasantly surprised with the entire range of ear tips that Soundcore includes in this small package. The ear tips range from extra small to XL. I personally am using the extra small because I have tiny ears, and I'm really glad that there's so many options for so many different ears, so this will fit anyone, and they are very comfortable once you get the right ear tip in. With the correct ear tip size now selected, I've found that they sit very comfortably in my ear, and they have a really good seal, which leads to my next point: noise cancelling. I am very impressed with the noise cancelling on these earphones. The new adaptive ANC 3.0 works really well and does a really good job of blocking out noise. I live in a very loud city and good noise cancelling is a must-have for me. These earphones do a very good job of blocking out the hum of the ferry, taking out the noise of the trains, as well as just general city noise when I'm walking out and about. In addition to the 6 precision sensors that enable the noise cancelling and transparency mode features on these earphones, you also get a barometric pressure sensor, which can help eliminate that pressure that some people feel while using noise cancelling headphones. On the opposite end of noise cancelling, we have transparency mode or ambient mode. On these earphones, you can dial in your noise cancelling on a scale of 1 to 10. So 1 being completely ambient transparent and 10 being the highest, strongest noise cancelling. I know some people really like dialing in their perfect setting, but for me personally, I really like all or nothing. So it's either full noise cancelling or full transparency mode for me. The transparency mode on these earphones is more or less what I expect. There are no delays when it comes to sound, which is a strong start to transparency mode, and ambient sounds for the most part are accurate and natural. The one thing that kind of takes me out of transparency mode is my own voice, because it is quite muffled when you have these earphones in, and you can definitely tell that you have earphones in when you're in transparency mode. It doesn't feel like you have nothing in your ears. But that's a very small gripe of mine, and I think it is very respectable for the price point, and it's pretty good quality overall. Now let's talk audio quality. Like most Soundcore products, they sound great. One of the biggest reasons I love Soundcore is because of their app and the customization they're able to give you through that app. The first thing I do when I get a Soundcore product is dive into the custom EQ and play around with the 8-band EQ until I'm happy with the sound. This is my current EQ for these earphones, and I'm sure as I continue to use them, I'll tweak it a little bit more. Because of the amount of customization you're able to do with these earphones, sound quality really is kind of up to you and your personal preferences. Straight out of the box, I found that I didn't personally like the sound profile of these earphones, but that's why I dive into the EQ and get it sounding exactly the way I want it to, and then they sound incredible. I like my bass bumping, and I've tweaked it so the mids are very punchy and the highs and vocals are very clear. I'm really impressed with the overall soundstage of these small earphones. The 10.5 and 4.6mm dual drivers do a great job of creating instrument separation, and they just sound so good. In the app, on top of the custom EQ, you have options for Soundcore's preset EQs, a preference test, and spatial audio with presets for music, podcasts, movies, and gaming. Personally, I just keep it in the custom EQ because I think that sounds best, but again, it's up to you and your preferences and what you want out of these earphones or what you're doing with these earphones. What I was really impressed with and wasn't expecting was the hearing sound test. In the app, the earphones ran a series of tests to see what frequencies and sounds I could and could not hear and adjusted based off of that. And the fact that this is included in the app with these earphones really impressed me. Not only is this feature great because it allows you to customize your earphones specifically to your ears, but it also lets you know how bad your hearing loss is going. And to my surprise, I found that I was about average or slightly below average in the individual parameters. So that's a little bit concerning, and I need to protect my ears more as I get older. Diving into the controls of these earphones, you'll find that they're quite familiar and very intuitive, but you can customize them to your heart's content. I currently have mine set to a single press is play, pause, and accepting calls, a double press as next song, and a triple press as previous song, with a long press to swap between transparency and noise cancellation, as well as hang up or reject calls. You can adjust the pressing controls on an individual earphone level, which means you can have different controls on the right side compared to the left side if you so wish. I personally like having it uniform so they're the exact same controls no matter which ear I choose, but again, that's up to you and your preferences. On top of the pressing, these earphones also feature a touch bar, which means that you can slide up to increase the volume or slide down to decrease the volume. Latency is great on these earphones. I've had no issues when it comes to video watching and streaming. There's no like massive delay. But if you want even less latency, you can enter the gaming mode and that'll bring it down to the lowest latency possible on this. I don't know how many people are gaming with individual earphones in their ears, but if you want that, it's an option for you. Just know that it will take a little bit more battery life, so turn it off when you're done gaming. Speaking of battery life, it is really good on these earphones. In normal mode, which is halfway in between 1 and 10 on the noise cancellation scale, the battery is quoted at 10 hours for the individual earphones and an additional 40 hours from the charging case, which is absolutely incredible that you get 50 hours of listening playback on one charge. But if you're like me, and you prefer noise canceling, which I think most people do, you're gonna be getting 7.5 hours out of the earphones and an additional 30 hours out of the charging case, which adds up to 37.5 hours on one charge, which I think is really impressive. And for most people will last about a week of charge. Microphone quality has also been improved on these earphones. Let me do this next part using the earphones as my main microphone.
With 6 mics and AI features, the new Liberty 4 Pro microphone system has been upgraded compared to the previous generation. And I'm talking to you now in a pretty quiet indoor environment, and so this is what you can expect to sound like in a quiet office or a meeting room or the comfort of your own home. I will be doing an outdoor test now. All right, so this is a test of the microphone quality in an outdoor environment. This is a relatively quiet outdoor environment. We have some birds chirping. There's currently a light breeze going on. We have some air cons running in the background, and we have some frogs ribbiting in the background as well. So as you can see, this is what my voice would sound like in a relatively quiet outdoor environment. So if you were going for a walk and you were talking to a friend on the phone, this is the kind of audio quality you could expect when you're on that call and what they're going to be hearing on their end.
These earphones also feature a kind of Find My feature. So even though it's not exact location tracking, you can force them to emit this loud noise. So you can find them if you've lost them in your apartment or they're stuck between the couch cushions. You can kind of figure it out from where the sound is coming from. These earbuds are IPX5 water resistant, which means that they can handle your sweatiest workout or if you get caught in some heavy rain. So you have peace of mind when it comes to that. So now comes the big reveal, pricing. And every time that I've reviewed a Soundcore product, they punch way out of their price range. And I'm happy to report that these earphones are no different. These earphones are launching at the price of $129.99, and they are competing with the big dogs, which retail for about $250. So the fact that these are competing against products that are almost double its cost Yeah, these are a great bang for buck and great value proposition. You get fantastic sound quality, great noise cancellation, and a ton of innovative features that not a lot of other brands are doing. These are a tremendous budget option because even though they are half the price of the competition, you're not really giving that much up. As part of the launch, Soundcore has a promotion going on until October 24th, so if you want to pick up the new Liberty 4 Pro earphones in that time frame, either on their website or on Amazon via a code, you can get the travel case for free included in that purchase. Click the link in the description to learn more about that. That's it from me, guys. Let me know in the comment section down below, are you excited about these new earphones? Are you going to be picking some up? My name is Marc Steiner, and I'll see you next time.